Yes, we are back, Kebega, Nelson Mandela Bay, Eastern Cape. How you doing? This is Nadine's Corner Presents, and another episode is where you are tuned into. This evening it is different. Welcome if it is your first time. I'm Nadine Elie, and today we have a special guest. He was in the semi-finals of The Voice South Africa. We know him for his latest release, Never in a Million. Yes, and he'll tell us more about it as well. He is single, ladies. He is single. Ian, how you doing?
Auntie Nadine, thanks so much for having me. I said I was going to do it. And to all the listeners and watchers out there, call in and comment Auntie Nadine at the bottom. Please do it for me. You will make my day complete.
I actually asked him not to do this, and I can't believe this. We can't take this off the footage.
Yes.
Welcome to Nadine's Corner Presents, Ian.
Thanks so much for having me. It's awesome being here.
Such a privilege.
Awesome. And also, Auntie Nadine, ladies and gentlemen, does not believe that Kebega is the greatest city in the world. So I want you guys to comment as well. Comment. To inform it is the greatest city in the world. Thank you. I'm done for the evening.
I think I'm not going to debate on that. Let's get straight into it, Ian. We met when I was at a different radio station.
Yes.
And
So
you back, yes, that was like moons ago. No, we're not that old, guys. I'm just saying, don't judge us.
Yeah.
But you came in for an interview with a group. The name of the group was called Lifeline.
Yes.
Right? What happened to the group, first of all? Secondly, what made you go solo?
Okay, so short answer, life happened. So as you know, when you growing up, you have this passion for music, and then as you grow older, your passion expands to females, to whatever else, work, career paths, and that has led to people leaving. So basically the guys moved on with their lives and found their passions in different things. Because at the time it was just kind of a hobby kind of thing. Oh, not a hobby, I wouldn't say a hobby. Because we were a Christian based group, a band. Mm-hmm. And so I don't want to say this, but in that time, being in a Christian band, it's all about worship. And so obviously when you want to pursue a career in music, you need financial assistance to live. And I probably shouldn't say that, but okay. Yes. So as like I said, as life progressed, I just thought, okay, enough is enough. We are separating and moved on with our lives. So yeah.
Then you continued on your solo journey.
Yes. So actually we some of the guys moved on, and then my brother and I and a good friend of mine, we were still. It was okay. Let's just move back a bit. There were 6 guys in the gospel Christian group, and 3 of them moved on, and 3 remained. So so the 3 was my brother and a good friend of mine, and that's where it all kind of existed. And then I decided to go solo, which was kind of a weird thing. But we want to talk about that.
So we know Ian as the music guy. The guy with the amazing voice and amazing sense of humor, if you know him personally. Because I find Ian very funny. I really do. He's really funny. Then how do you describe yourself in 3 words?
An introvert.
Wow, I nearly commented that.
Shy. What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Introvert, shy. I don't even know. Oh, talkative at the same time. So yeah. So I guess it depends on who you are. Because I find it quite interesting to meet new people, but at the same time I don't enjoy doing the talking, believe it or not. So if we meet, I'll be like, hey Auntie Nadine, how are you? Maybe I'm fine. What do you do? And I just ask short questions, expecting the person to do all the talking. So in that way, I'm kind of like an introvert.
So it depends on how comfortable you are in the setting.
Yes.
Okay, your temperament and your personality adapts to that. You said you meet a lot of new people. You went to The Voice, South Africa. And did you ever think that you'll make it to the semi-finals?
No. Honestly, I did not. I thought the minute I arrived at The Voice, I was like, this is the end of the journey. Thanks for coming. Thank you so much, guys. You are all amazing. I am Eon. Good night, Seattle. I'm going home. So.
And then when you were in the semi-finals, how was that experience?
I think the journey to the semi-finals was quite a difficult one. Because maybe not difficult, but it was challenging in that it really takes a lot out of you emotionally, mentally and physically as well, because we rehearsed 7 days a week. So, or not rehearsed, 6 days a week, and then obviously the show is on the Sunday. So basically, as soon as the show ends, the next day we in rehearsal and up until the show. So it really takes a lot of physical, emotional, everything out of you, and so I think that was quite a challenge, because it was something that I was never exposed to. I never experienced before in my life. So this was something new, and I did not know you had to rehearse for so long because rehearsals would last like 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
That would be at the particular venue, wherever we are, whether it is the audition phase or the live shows. So that was just like, it was just draining. And so obviously the semi-finals was like, or at least the finals, was like, yes, I am going home. Because every week my mom would call me, or not every week, every day my mom would call me. But every week I would say, Mom, I'm going home now. Okay, see you this weekend. She's like, no, don't be so negative. You have to be positive and think about what. So I'm like, no, it's just the reality. I'm just being honest. I'm coming home, and then I stay, and then so, okay, Mom, I'll see you next week. I'll be there. And that would be like a continuous thing. So eventually got to the finals, and I was like, yes, I can finally go home, because I missed my mother's cooking. And especially because I even mentioned it on the show.
Okay.
They asked me, Auntie Nel asked me, what do you miss most, of your mom, like cooking and so on. So I said, well, mac and cheese and chicken. That's the two main dishes I miss. So that was the challenge to the finals, and then the highlight for me was going home to my mom's cooking. That was the greatest gift.
You saying that and the authenticity of that is so amazing, because remember he gave 3 words about himself. I want to add another one. Resilient. That is the one word I want to add, is that you've been resilient in your music, in your career, in your craft. I know you make some TikTok videos as well. It's really funny. I don't know how you do them. Then during COVID, you put out an amazing project called
Never in a Million.
Do you want to maybe go into the chorus and just maybe sing a glimpse of it, please?
Well, it's
I asked. Okay.
It's
please.
It's quite weird singing without music. So I'll explain the story behind the song, and then that would probably make up for.
So you won't be sharing your vocals at all, right now?
Unfortunately.
Wow, I tried, guys.
Not.
I really did. But tell us about the collaboration. And I know you guys prepared the song remotely. Tell us more about that project, about Never in a Million.
So I worked with a producer from Russia.
Okay.
His name is Kevin Moreno. Amazing producer. And he got in contact with me via Instagram. So social media is fantastic tool. And he sent me a message, DM me and said, listen, I really love your voice. I watched a couple of your videos. Could we do like a collaboration? So I was like, sure, why not? I mean, hey, this is fantastic. So he's like, I make music and let's do it. And that's how we actually started and got in contact with one another. And then you want me to ask to obviously speak about the song, is that?
Yes, please.
So the story behind the song is quite a unique one for me and quite a special one because it's about the love story between my mom and my dad. And it is quite a unique, like I said, a unique story and weird at the same time. So my mom was a singer, she still sings, but in a younger days she was quite prominent in the church singing and so on and so forth. And my dad had a gospel a cappella group, and he saw her and heard her sing, right? And then how musicians are. They are not straight to the point. They are always... So I'm revealing secrets here. So please don't say I said this. Please. So he saw her and he was like, let me get in there, And he approached her and he said, listen, I have a gospel group, a cappella group. Do you want to sing with us? And she said, sure, why not? She didn't see any ulterior motives or whatever. She was just like, I'm passionate about singing, so let's just get into this.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, yeah, I got a plan. Don't worry. It's going to happen. And then literally 3 weeks of rehearsing with my mom and the group and everything, my dad turns to my mom and says, I love you. Will you be my wife in 5 years' time? And the crazy thing is, my mom said, yes, I actually like you. Let's do this. I was like, what are you doing? How does this even happen?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. 3 weeks. This is literally, they've never spoken before this. They've known each other for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Marriage, love, album dropped, overs. And I was just like, okay. And so 5 years later, as they planned, got married. We were married for about 32 years. Yes, 32 years. And then my dad was involved in a tragic car accident and passed away. So obviously to my mom, it was a first boyfriend, first love, a first everything. And for him to be snatched away from her is quite a traumatic experience for her and for the family as well. And as she says in her words, never in a million years would there be a man like your father. And that's where the song comes from.
Guys, is that not amazing? I know a lot of my friends want that to be their wedding song.
Wow.
Because it went to number 1 on Algoa FM.
Yeah.
And I know Bay FM playlisted that as well. I remember I played it as well.
Awesome.
I had to. How could I not play the song? So thank you so much for that. The other thing, I know it is a tough industry because you literally left your job and then you're like, I'm going to do this. And then there's just hiccups and there's just no's and there's yes and whatever, right? what would you say to someone that actually is pursuing to follow your footsteps?
Wow. I think I would say be consistent, be persistent, and be determined. Consistency in terms of work on your craft. Persistent, ask people. I mean, that's the advice that I receive. Ask anyone anything. All you can get is a no. That's the worst thing that you can get. But the best thing you can get is a yes. And be determined, like you said, especially during these times. It's quite difficult and challenging, and if you allow those obstacles to overthrow you, then and to deter you from your passion and your goal, I think I heard someone say that dreams remain dreams if you don't have goals in place to achieve those dreams. So I think that is very important, and it doesn't have to be like, you know, I am going to reach for the stars. I mean, little steps. Those are goals to achieve your main dream or passion that you, or career path or whatever you are following. So those are the three things that I would say and give them advice, or give that person advice.
Dreams remain dreams until you segment them into goals. They become reality. Woo! That is beautiful. That is really beautiful. The other thing I want to ask you is, do you have any upcoming projects, other collaborations?
Yeah, I definitely do. It's going to remain a secret.
Of course.
It's going to remain a secret until it is revealed. But I'm super excited. It is. I think it's going to be. I'm super excited. It's going to be, for me, the most amazing collaboration I have done yet. And I haven't done a lot, but I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to that.
I guess we're all gonna be looking forward to that. Then, to wrap it up, where do we find you?
I am on Facebook, Twitter. Are you on Twitter, by the way?
I am.
Okay. There's a lot of people that are not on Twitter, and it's sad because 2021. Come on, guys. Come on. Sorry, that was just like a negative thing. I didn't mean to be negative. So, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, yeah, those things. Ian Leroux, every single one.
That is LEROUX, right?
Yes, that's correct.
There we go. That's the spelling of it. I wanna, first of all, thank you for not giving up on your craft. Thank you for always putting out projects that are of such a level of excellence and not compromising as well. The other thing, we definitely look forward to seeing you on huge stages, collaborating with huge celebrities, as well as you being a bigger brand as Eon, because your name is like international, for real.
Thank you.
Okay, so maybe a Grammy. No pressure.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Maybe just the stuff
I receive it.
Come through with that. But thank you so much for being on Nadine's Corner Presents. Such a privilege and an honor, and all the freaking best for your future projects.
Thank you so much, Auntie Nadine. Her thing should say Auntie Nadine. Auntie Nadine's Corner. So thank you so much.
Don't listen to him. Thank you so much.
Thanks
anyway, see you guys next time on Nadine's Corner Presents. We are out. Goodbye and God bless.